Hi guys, so today I want to talk about this beautiful plant. So this is the spider plant. So if you're a beginner or if you want a plant that will cause you no problem whatsoever, so this is the plant for you. The spider plant is very easy to care and is going to last you a lot of years. It's easy on watering, it's easy on light, and it's easy on soil. So let's dive into this. So first thing first, soil. This plant doesn't care about the soil. As long as it's not damp, the soil is absolutely no problem for it. So every type of soil that you have, just mix it. This is always what I do. I mix my soil with perlite, okay? So probably around 5 parts of soil and 1 part of perlite because it needs drainage. Probably the only thing that can kill this plant is the scorching sun when you have very high temperatures with a very powerful sun, and then the plant will scorch, the leaves will scorch and they will burn and probably they will die, but the plant won't die, but the plant won't look very well. And the second thing that can kill your plant is a lot of water. Although this plant is very very resilient to drought and even to a lot of water. This plant's roots are almost like some of the bulbs. They are filled with water, and if you don't water it a week, probably it's not a problem because they have a lot of water stored in their roots. So what I'm going to do right now, I just want to change these plants because look, these pots are a little bit smaller, and these plants, I have them in my office and I want to transplant them into these pots. I don't know how many gallons this is, probably 2 gallons, yeah. So no, 3 gallons. So these are 3 gallons, and I'm going to change them over here and they are going to look spectacular. So when it comes to light, this plant loves a lot of light, but not direct sunlight. As I told you, this plant can suffer from the sun and the leaves will burn if you don't take care of it. But if you put it somewhere in a window that has morning sun or evening sun, it will thrive and it's going to be beautiful. If you don't have a lot of sun, then just put it somewhere where it has a lot of light. These plants from my office almost have no sun whatsoever and they still look beautiful, but they have a lot of light because I have some big windows over there in my office and they have a lot of light, but no sun. So this is about the light. And now let me tell you about propagation. I'm going to show you how easy it is to propagate your spider plant. So as you can see here, the spider plant can be propagated in 2 ways. By separation, like over here, you see all of these are baby plants. You can take those with a knife, separate them, just keep some roots over there and put them in your soil and they will grow fantastic. And the second way you can propagate them is after flowering. So these plants make these long shoots, and at the end of these shoots you will have beautiful white flowers, but they are small, they don't smell, and after a while they will transform into these little plants. So when you think these plants are big enough, just cut them down, put them in water or directly into the soil, and they will have roots like very very fast. And now, as I can see over here, I don't know how I'm going to take this plant away from this pot. Look at what happened. I haven't seen this. I took these plants home for 2 days right now, but I've never saw this one because they were like this and this was against the wall, and I never saw that these roots actually destroyed this pot. So probably after I'm going to change it in the new pot, this plant is going to look fantastic. Okay, so we've talked about the light, we've talked about the soil, we've talked about the propagation. Pests and disease. I have never seen a pest on this plant. I have never seen aphids, I have never seen spider mites, I have never seen anything, like not even snails. And I keep this plant outside in the middle of the summer, but of course no sun directly on it. So yeah, it's very very easy to grow this plant. And by the way, this plant, we have a study that shows that this plant is filtering a lot of air. So they choose 3 plants. If you were to go in outer space, you will have to choose 3 plants. One of it is the spider plant, and the second one is the snake plant. I don't know, I don't remember what's the third plant, but I did remember this and the snake plant. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the pot for this, and probably I will have to cut the pot to just get the plant out, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's go. So guys, I already did this plant. I didn't pot it yet, but I couldn't take it out from the pot, so I had to cut the pot, and then I pruned a little bit of the roots, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I can't believe these roots are so strong. Let me see if I can just take this outside without damaging the roots or the plant, but probably no, so I'll just have to cut through this pot. This was already a lost pot, so we'll put it on the recycle bin. So yeah, let's see what's going on over here. Oh my god. Let me show you. Hopefully I will, oh boy. So look at this. Look at this. I just cannot believe. So these plants are over here. These plants are over here for 2 years, and they were not that big, but look at this. So this is the reason why these plants can stand long periods of time without being watered. These roots are filled with water, and they can stay a lot of time without being watered. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to prune these roots, probably somewhere around 20% of the root, because the other pot where I'm going to put these is big enough for the roots to go. But what is going on over here is this. The plant is root bound, and a lot of times when you replant, when you repot one of these plants in a bigger size container, and the plants are like this, they will not realize that they're in a bigger pot, and the roots will continue to go round and round and round, and the plant eventually it will die. So what I'm going to do, I will cut 20% of this one and just a little bit around, and I'm going to plant in the new pot. And that's this way the plant will realize, okay, my roots have been pruned, I'm going to develop new roots, and we'll see where the new roots will go. So they will have new soil. By the way, my soil right now it's 50% 5 parts peat moss, 5 parts compost, a slow release fertilizer, and 2 parts perlite. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything with this plant, because this plant will eat any resources that it will found. With these roots, believe it. Okay, let me prune it, and then I will plant in, I will put it in the new pot. Okay, you don't have to worry about pruning these plant roots. It's actually a very good thing for this one. This one will appreciate new soil where these massive roots can go. Okay, so look at this. This is insane, you guys. So this is a plant that is in survival mode, survival and conquer. Can you see these? Okay, so these two will go to the compost pile. Okay, and now let's put them in the new pots, both of them. Okay, and they will absolutely love this one. I'm going to fill this pot with compost with my mix I have here: peat moss, compost, perlite. Okay, okay guys, so I just finished both of them. They are looking fantastic. Right now what I'll have to do is just give them a good water for the soil to establish. around the roots, and probably I'm going to make an update about these somewhere around 3 to 4 months, and you will see how these plants will develop. They will just look astonishing. One more thing I want to tell you about the conditions of growing for this plant. They can stand very low temperatures. So we had like around here 0 Celsius degrees, and my plants were still outside and they didn't have any problem whatsoever. So what happened is my plants, so these are from the office, they didn't stay outside, but I'm going to show you right now the one that I had over here. And what happened after the winter came, I took it inside and put it in a place where it didn't have that much of a light, and you'll see what happened. So this is for people who think that the plant is going to die and they are going to keep watering. So don't do it, because this plant is very resilient and very hardy. And let me show you what happened with my other plant. So I have it here. So I put this plant inside after keeping it outside for the whole part of the year, and just took it inside. It didn't have that much light. So naturally the plant said, okay, I have too many leaves for this light and I'm going to get rid of them. So a lot of leaves got dried, and what happened, after a couple of weeks, the plant started to make new shoots, and these new leaves, these new shoots are going to be longer for the plant to just manage the light that it had. So don't be afraid, the plant won't die. What I will do right now, after the spring is going to come and we will not have freezing temperatures, I will just come and cut all the plant down and let it like probably somewhere around 2 or 3 centimeters. And don't worry, the plant will recover and it will make new shoots, and those new shoots will be accordingly to the medium that it has. So if it has a lot of light, then probably the plant will be more mount and more tight, and it will look more beautiful. But if the plant doesn't have that much of a light, it will do less leaves and they are going to be a lot longer, so the plant will survive. So this is about the light, so don't worry, you can keep this plant inside even if you don't have that much of a light, okay? So this was a little bit hard for me. It's now very hot inside the greenhouse. I will have to open the sides and make a little air inside. So if you like this clip, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. I will promise I will answer each and every single one of these, okay? So thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe and grow plants. See you guys. Bye.